Okay, friends, welcome to EL. This is your video for Thursday, October 22nd. We are in Lesson 3, Part 2. We did Part 1 yesterday. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to pick up where we left off with our close read. So I'm going to ask you to open up to page 13 of your module workbook and pages 10 and 11 in your animal behavior book. And once you've done that, then unpause and come on back. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the main ideas that were in this section of lying low, okay? And we're going to determine the main ideas as well as the supporting details. Let me see here. Okay. Oh, I'm going to go back. All right, so the main ideas and supporting details. The main idea is what the section is about, and the supporting details prove that main idea. So I'm going to reread through this one more time, and I want you to do the same. I want you to go reread through pages 10 and 11 in your Animal Defenses book. Read the section Lying Low. When you're done rereading that, then I want you to unpause and come on back. And I'm going to pause you for just a second and pick right back up. Okay, so looking at the main idea on page 13, your first main idea, it's that some animals alter their environment to hide so predators don't notice them. Okay, and we need to come up with some details that support that. So go on and get that recorded. Some animals alter their environment to hide so that predators don't notice them. And I want you to go in and I want you to find supporting details and add that in on the right-hand column in the top box for main idea number 1. You might add in something about the weaver ant, or that bigger animals in the like birds hide in grass or in tree holes. Once you're done with that, unpause and come back to main idea number 2. Main idea number 2 in this section is that some animals stay near hiding places so they can get back to their hiding spots quickly. So let's think about what things prove that animals stay near their hiding spot. Well, small rodents eat close to their burrows so they can get into them if they see a predator, right? So I'm going to write that under my supporting details. I'm also going to maybe even include something about the chuckwalla that darts into crevices and hides. That would be something else that would be important to add in as a supporting detail. So pause and add those in, and once you're done, I want you to unpause and come back with your module workbook flipped over to page 14 and your animal defense book open to page 22. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to read and determine the gist. The gist is just like what the section is about. It doesn't have any specific main ideas, but it talks about just the general thing that the section is about. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to read page 22. You're going to read the section Escape Artists. And after you read it, you are going to go to page 14 in your module workbook here. And I know it says groups. We're not doing that right now. We're just going to work through it together. And you're going to write, the section is titled Escape Artists. And then you're going to add in the gist after you read it. Okay, so read through that section. Pause and read through that section. Record the gist. And then come back and I'll give you your next direction. Okay, so your gist for that section should be that that section explains that some animals escape by fleeing as quick as they can from a predator. So now I want you to read Fleeing, which is pages 22 through 26 in your Animal Behaviors book, and then record the gist. Remember, the section is called Fleeing, and the gist is what the section was about. Pause, complete that gist and reading, and then come back when you're done. Okay, so fleeing was about the first way a lot of animals respond to danger. So you should have that as your gist. All right, now read page 38, animal armor, and record the gist. Pause and read, record the gist. Okay, page 38 was about how prehistoric animals used armor to protect themselves and how today's animals have armor like spike spine shells, and thick skin to protect themselves. Okay, now pause and read Scales, Scutes, and Skin, pages 49 through 52, then record the gist. Okay, page 48 through 52 was about how many animals have armor of tough skin or scales that protect them. That would be the gist you should have recorded. Next, you're going to read Bad Smells, Bad Tastes, and Powerful Poisons, pages 55 through 56. Record the gist. Okay, so this section is about how animals can use chemicals to protect themselves. And then read pages 56 through 58, Poisonous Prey, and record the gist. Pause after you've read that section, unpause, and record your gist. The gist was that the section describes how some animals use toxic poison from inside their bodies to protect themselves. Okay, so that was the last section for today. So I want you just to quick think about main idea, what main idea is, and how we determine the main idea of a text. And that is all for today, folks. Way to go, persevering through all that reading and recording of the gist, as well as finishing your main idea and supporting details for Lying Low. Good job.